What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. As you guys know, Kamala Harris is on this book tour, and the book tour is like 107 days or something. I'm not sure about what it is. People have been going there causing all kind of hell, all kind of problems. But she said something that was pretty interesting in one of the books, page 176 of 310. Pundits speak about the bro vote, the frat boy flank. I don't think of them in those reductive terms. Instead, I think about these young voters coming of age during COVID, unnaturally isolated, their lives lonely when they should have been at their most social. At the very moment their world should have been widening, it had contracted. For some, the voices that filled the void belong to Andrew Tate, Myron Gaines, and others who grab attention with get rich or fitness content, then deliver arguments that feminism is damaging to masculinity and women need to know their place. Polling revealed that many of these young voters didn't feel they knew me, and contrary to some predictions, they did not vote primarily on reproductive rights or Gaza or climate change. They voted on their perceived economic interests. This is important because Andrew Tate is going to say this.
So Kamala Harris just admitted in her new book that I was one of the reasons she lost. And I've been saying for a very long time that the reason the liberals and the Democrats have been trying to put me in jail is because I can affect elections. And now Kamala's saying, yes, Andrew wasn't in jail, so he's one of the reasons why I lost the election. Read her book. She says it herself. Gotcha.
Then Myron is going to say this.
I was telling y'all to get out there and vote. I was telling you guys, vote for Trump, bro. I know some of you guys were like, well, you know, Trump's owned by the shit like that. And I was like, yeah, I know, but we don't want a woman in. Okay? And look, even though Trump has done some, we got to admit, censorship chilled out. We're not getting annoyed as much with the leftist shit. So, yo, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
So what Kamala Harris didn't say is that Myron and Andrew Tate and those guys cost her their election. They want to believe that, but it's just simply not true. Nobody went to the poll saying that, oh, Myron, don't vote for Donald Trump. Or Andrew Tate says, don't vote for Donald Trump. Nobody thinks about that as much as you want to give yourself credit for. She said what she felt that it was. They voted on their perceived economic interests. Now, let me just tell you this. Myron, Andrew Tate, let's assume that you had that kind of political power to win elections. What would you be if you had that kind of power who could win elections, regardless of your content? You guys would have the same sort of following as Charlie Kirk. And to be honest, if anybody had the ability to win somebody an election, it was Charlie Kirk. It was Elon Musk. Those are the people who actually did the work. And let's say you're right. What did you get from it? What did you get out of it from the right? What was your reward? How has Myron's career benefited from that? Okay. How? What has happened for him? He gets called the N-word, gets disrespected by white people all the time when he tries to defend them. Andrew Tate, as soon as he says that the white population is not reproducing enough, he gets put in this place called the N-word. So you're happy about something that, number one, is false, and number two, you don't get no respect for what you do. And there's no reward in whatever you're doing. You will never be Nick Fuentes, not even Tate. Wanna know why? Myron is not white, okay? Thank you for being on the ultra right, because they can never use you, that you can never come back center. And you're bragging about being in the doghouse amongst whites. Many of them in this sector that you guys appeal to, racist, don't like you, don't take you seriously. And you brag about this as if you're doing something, and you're not. How dare I ever go out there and try to help people who don't respect me, who call me all kind of names, call me the N-word, disrespect me, disrespect my community, disrespect my existence. And then I get on here and I'm excited about it. And then for Myron, in his case, You lost millions of dollars doing this for these people who, if they were to take over the country right now, what would they do, Myron? They would send you back to Africa. They've already said it, like you got to go. Okay, they've already said it. If they were to get the country back, we appreciate you for what you've done, but you got to go back, bro. This is an all white country. Andrew Tate, thank you. Appreciate you, fam. We know that you held blacks accountable. We know that your dad didn't like blacks. Your dad also was an interracial relationship, but hold on. You got to go too. Candace Owens, hey, thank you so much. Sis, you did your thing, but guess what? Back to Africa you go. What you mean you never been there before? What you mean you never been there? Don't worry, we're gonna send you on a first class ticket. Don't cry, we got you, boo. We got you, but you gotta get your ass up out of here. Brandon Tatum, he might be the first to go because he's supporting Israel. You know the people on the white right don't like that. So he probably have to really get out of town quick, fearing for his particular situation because of what he's been saying. All right. And at least with Brandon and Candace Owens, they at least getting some kind of money, some kind of monetization, but you don't. And what was crazy is you guys were stronger when you wasn't getting into politics. Myron, when you had your Fresh and Fit podcast, you were getting all kind of people to come onto your show. You had monetization, you had cash, you had money, you were getting market share. You came over, lost your income, lost your stuff, and now you're a backup. All right. Andrew Tate, they don't even want you in countries. They look at you as a predator, okay? Even Florida don't want you in there. Like, it's, as much as Andrew Tate wants to big himself up, that's as much as people don't like him and don't want to deal with him, okay? He has a horrible reputation, terrible, all right? Across the country, across the world. How unserious are you, And I just wish that some of these guys that want to be associated with whites so much, the situation is, like, why don't you want to own your own stuff? You're never going to get anything being with them. They're never going to give you anything, family. Never. You're never going to get it at all. You know what I'm saying? You might as well be, if you're going to be in somebody's community, you should be in somebody's community when you get something out of it. Completely. Get something out of it. At least have some autonomy. That's just like me doing some work out here in Uganda. One thing I'll say about living in Uganda, right? If I do something nice for somebody, nobody will ever come back and if I disagree with them, call me out my name. Wanna know why? They could disagree with me, but out of respect, they won't do that. They just can't do that. Them whites over there let you say something they don't like. Ask Brandon Tatum. If you don't believe me, ask Tatum. Brandon Tatum is the perfect person to ask. When something is not going his way, he says something that they don't like, they start calling him, his wife, a coal mine or whatever they call it, a coal, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about? They start disrespecting her. She don't deserve that. Same thing with Candace Owens. Soon as they get their issues, they start talking about them crazy, disrespectful as I don't know what, getting gate kept. And at one point, are black people gonna stop doing the dirty work for the people that hate you? They don't need your help. Let them do it. Like, okay, I got it. You already dislike me. You already hate me. Yeah, I hate you. Great. Thank you for telling me that. So here's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna help you disrespect me since you hate me and stuff. What? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're gonna have to go out there and do that work yourself, player. Yeah, because I just can't help you do that. Yeah, it's just not what I'm gonna do. What do you mean you're not gonna do it? I'm just not gonna do that, family. I'm sorry. I know you want me to do that, right? I know that you want me to be down bad and have no kind of self-esteem. I get it. But no, we're not doing that. We are never doing that. I got some level of respect for my damn self. You might not have no respect for me, but I do. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Dude Jackson back at again. Another episode of Celebrity Junk. Appreciate for all you do. Sorry, Bill. We're out.